You spent 30 minutes scrolling through Netflix last night. Didn't watch anything. You swiped through 200 dating profiles this week. Matched with no one. You opened 15 tabs trying to buy a pair of jeans. Still haven't bought them. And I know you feel it. That paralysis. That exhaustion. That moment when you wonder if something's wrong with you. There isn't. You're experiencing one of the most well-documented psychological phenomena of modern life. It's called the paradox of choice. And in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why having more options is making you miserable and how to escape it. Let's go. Here's what we're covering. First, the experiment that proved more choices make us less happy. Second, why your brain literally can't handle modern life. Third, the real damage this is doing to your relationships, career, and mental health. And finally, the 3-step framework to fix it. Ready? Let's start with a JAM study that changed psychology forever. Act 1. The JAM study. The year is 2000. Psychologist Barry Schwartz sets up a table at a grocery store. 1 week, he displays 24 different flavors of jam. The next week, just 6 flavors. The results? When there were 24 flavors, 60% of shoppers stopped to look. But only 3% actually bought something. When there were 6 flavors, 40% stopped to look, but 30% bought something. Wait, pause. Read that again. With more options, 10 times fewer people bought jam. This should make sense. More choice should mean more sales, right? If you don't like strawberry, try blueberry. If you don't like blueberry, try raspberry. With 24 options, surely there's something for everyone. But that's not how human psychology works. Here's what actually happened in people's brains. With 6 options, the decision was manageable. You look at each one, pick your favorite, done. Takes maybe 30 seconds. With 24 options, decision-making became torture. You'd have to evaluate every single jar. Compare ingredients. Think about which one you'd regret not choosing. Wonder if there's an even better one you missed. And after all that mental effort, most people just walked away exhausted. This is the paradox of choice. More options don't make us happier. They make us anxious, overwhelmed, and less likely to choose anything at all. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because you're not just choosing jam anymore. Act 2. Your brain versus modern life. Let me explain why this is happening. Your brain evolved for scarcity, not abundance. For 99% of human history, you had maybe 5 to 10 options for anything. Which berries to eat, which cave to shelter in, which person from your small tribe to partner with. Your ancestors didn't have decision fatigue. They had survival mode. And our brains are still wired for that world. Fast forward to today. You open a dating app. 1,000 profiles in your area. You open Netflix. 15,000 movies and shows. You search for a restaurant. 200 options on Uber Eats. Your brain sees this and goes into panic mode. It wasn't designed to process infinite options. It's like trying to run Windows 95 on a quantum computer. The hardware can't handle it. And this creates 3 specific problems. Problem 1. Opportunity cost anxiety. Every choice you make means saying no to everything else. With 6 jams, that's fine. With 24, you're constantly worried you're missing out on the perfect flavor. Problem 2. Decision paralysis. The more options you have, the harder it is to choose any of them. Your brain gets stuck in analysis mode and never moves to action. Problem 3. Dissatisfaction with your choice. Even when you finally pick something, you keep thinking about all the options you didn't choose. Did I pick the right one? Would the other one have been better? This kills satisfaction. Now, let me show you how this plays out in real life. But here's where it gets really bad. Because the paradox of choice isn't just ruining your Netflix experience. It's destroying your ability to find love, build a career, and be happy with anything. Stay with me. Act 3. The real damage. Let's talk about dating. You open Hinge. 500 profiles available. You start swiping. This person's attractive, but their bio is boring. This person has a great bio, but you're not sure about their photos. This person seems perfect, but what if there's someone even better 3 swipes away? So you keep swiping. And swiping. and swiping. You match with 10 people. Have surface-level conversations with 3. Meet up with 1. The date's fine. Not perfect, but fine. And here's what happens in your brain. You can't stop thinking about all the other options. You go on a second date, but you're distracted. You're wondering if you should have matched with that other person. Or maybe you should open Bumble and see who's there. Or maybe delete all the apps and try meeting someone in real life. The result? You end up with no one. Not because there weren't good options, but because you couldn't commit to any option when infinite options exist. And it's not just dating. Career decisions. You could be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, entrepreneur, content creator, photographer, consultant. 50 different paths, all seem equally valid. So you don't pick any. You stay stuck in analysis, researching and comparing, but never committing. Shopping decisions. You need a new phone. You spend 6 hours reading reviews, comparing specs, checking prices across 12 different websites. Finally, you buy one. Then you immediately feel buyer's remorse, because what if the other one was better? This is how the paradox of choice steals your happiness. Not through one big decision, but through 10,000 small decisions that exhaust you every single day. Barry Schwartz identified 2 types of people, maximizers and satisficers. Maximizers always seek the best possible option. They compare everything, optimize everything, never settle. Satisficers set a standard of good enough and stop searching once they find it. Research shows maximizers make better decisions on paper, but they're significantly less happy. Because even when they choose the best option, they're haunted by the feeling they might have missed something better. The paradox is complete. More choice makes you a maximizer. Being a maximizer makes you miserable. And modern life gives you infinite choice in everything. So what do? Here's the good news. You can escape this, not by eliminating choice, but by changing how you make decisions. In the next 90 seconds, I'm going to give you the exact framework. Pay attention. Act 4. The solution. The 3-choice rule. Here's how it works. Step 1. Limit yourself to 3 options maximum. Not 24. Not 10. 3. Want a new phone? Research 3 models. Want to try a new restaurant? Pick 3 from the list. Choosing a movie? Browse until you have 3 options, then stop. This isn't arbitrary. 3 is the magic number where you have enough choice to feel autonomous, but not so much choice that you're paralyzed. Psychologists call this the sweet spot of decision-making. Step 2. Set clear criteria before you choose. Decide what actually matters. For dating, maybe it's shared values, physical attraction, and sense of humor. That's it. 3 criteria. Now, when you're evaluating options, you're not comparing infinite variables. You're checking 3 boxes. Does this person meet my 3 criteria? Yes or no? Simple. Step 3. Choose and commit. This is the hardest part. Once you've picked from your 3 options, stop researching. Stop comparing. Stop wondering if you made the right choice. You did your due diligence. You used your criteria. You made a decision. Now commit to it. Here's the key insight. There is no perfect choice. There are only good enough choices that you commit to and make work. The phone you buy will be fine. Not perfect, but fine. The person you date will have flaws. Not deal breakers, just flaws. The career you choose will have downsides. Not failures, just trade-offs. And that's okay. Because the goal isn't to make the perfect decision. The goal is to make a good decision and move forward with your life. Satisficing isn't settling. It's recognizing that perfection is an illusion created by infinite choice. And the pursuit of perfection is what's making you miserable. The 3-choice rule gives you freedom. Not the false freedom of infinite options, but the real freedom of making a decision and living with it. Conclusion. We have more choices than any generation in history, and it's destroying our ability to commit to anything. Jobs. Relationships. Even what to watch on Netflix. The answer isn't more choice. It's better decision-making. 3 options. 3 criteria. Choose and commit. That's how you win in a world of infinite choice. Now go make a decision. and stop second-guessing it.